Welcome ulit sa Rebyuhan ng Bayan. Ito ang inyong host, Mark. And tonight, we're gonna review this one particular film about abduction and darkness and all kind of that stuff.
I am not talking about Pacboy Stakusa.
I'm talking about Midnight in a Perfect World, a film by Dodo Yayaw, and it stars Yasmin Curtis Smith, Glyza De Castro, Anthony Falcon, Dino Pastrano, at Bing Pimentel. But before we continue, if you have not yet subscribed sa channel ko, I invited you to please do so. Click that like, subscribe, and that sweet bell button para lagi ka pang updated sa mga reviewhan natin in the future. Maraming salamat. This film was set in a perfect world. So, perfect world because based dun sa storya ng pelikula, they are living in a future wherein most Filipino problems or yung mga problema ng bansa ay nasolve na. Like, 24/7 nang tumatakbo yung mga tren natin. Ang mga baha ay thing in the past at nasolve na karamihan ng mga societal problems ng Pilipinas. But, there's a twist. That's why it's called a horror film. So, ang twist dito, every 12 midnight, the people start disappearing. So, no one has the idea why is that or sino yung gumagawa nun. There are theories based dun sa pelikula na ginagawa to ng mga police, ng mga sundalo, para malinis yung kalsada in terms of, mga krimen. The story revolves about these four friends na na-stuck one night sa kalsada or sa kalye ng 12 midnight past. They had to survive the night, or if that's not the case, then someone or something will abduct them. Premise ng storya, every 12 midnight daw, nagkakaroon ng isang major blackout na walang may alam kung bakit. So sa pelikulang to, that's the major premise. That's the conflict. But for most part of Batangas, this is just typical Thursday night. Man, my friends in Batangas are the most resilient people, y'all. Story is refreshing, It doesn't involve aswang, tik-tik, or other malevolent Filipino folklore spirit. Not that I'm saying that it's a bad thing, but nakakasawa na kasi, to be honest.
Nakakasawa in a way na paulit-ulit yung themes ng storya.
So it's kind of refreshing to see this kinds of film that it tackles different subjects, different genres, and a different approach, kumbaga. Dodo Yayaw has lots of political allegories in this film about extrajudicial killings, drugs, our campaign on the war on drugs, and many more. So marami siyang in-insert dito na political beliefs niya. Just like yung kanyang film before, which is The Violator, was shown back in 2014. Let's go to my personal opinion. For me, not all of those political allegories give a punch to the film. Luckily, most of those things is not really preachy on the nose. Kumbaga chill lang. Nasa yun na kung ititake mo siya as face value. Acting is confident. Yeah, that's what I can say about this film. Even though mahalata mo sa mga actors na at first they are kind of baffled on the concept itself. So sa interview, sinabi ni Dodo Yayaw, yung director ng pelikulang to, na napanaginipan niya daw yung mga scenes sa pelikulang to and even the concept itself wherein people are disappearing in the middle of the night for no apparent reason and explanation. But one strength as well of this film are its cinematography and sound design. The sound design gives you this palpable sense of dread and also creepiness, which is good because this is an horror film, right? And also, the cinematography has this claustrophobic view, even though most of its angles are wide shot. I think based on cinematography, this is one of the best good-looking film. Cinematography lang that does not include the story itself. But yeah, I'll give the movie the credit for that. Well, like what I've said a while ago sa review to, the story is kind of different, which is a good thing if you want to stand out in your movies. Some of the political allegories did not give 100% punch to the film, but yeah, it's there, I think. Overall, from scale 1 to 10, bibigyan ko ang pelikulang to ng 8. Yung first tsaka second, malalaman nyo kung bakit. Yun yung kulang na scores and why I give it an 8. So, I'll give now a spoiler review about the film wherein I'll explain what happened to the film or what I think are the concepts and also the ending of the pelikula and ano ba yung ibig sabihin nito. First scene, we have this character na may hawak siyang baril and nakita natin yung creature na meron dun sa pelikulang to. So I think these are alien creatures from above. So these alien creatures have power, I think, over people. They have like this telekinetic force that they can insert into people's minds. Ito yung scene na nakita natin sa mga unang eksena ng pelikula. And also, Yasmin Curtis Smith's character, pinuntahan niya yung tatay niya. And yung tatay niya is committing suicide because it has like sleeping pills. And I think mag-overdose yung tatay niya. So you can feel the sadness on that scene. I think this is when the part na Yasmin Curtis Smith doesn't really visit his father that much. I mean, she gave money. In terms of the father-daughter relationship, wala siya masyado doon. Medyo malayo yung loob niya sa tatay niya, I think. And also there's this scene wherein one character, yung character ni Dino Pastrano, have seen this robotic frog is lobotomized and inside of it, makikita mong yung organs niya is electronic. That can be hinted as someone's spying on the place or someone is spying on the people.
We also have here Glyza De Castro's character as the junkie with Tonichi or Dino Pastrano. They are scoring drugs to a local drug lord named Kendrick. So Kendrick was killed, implied in the film, on a local buy-bust operation.
And also this film is giving us the hint that this era is when China conquered our country Philippines. Because it was hinted na bawat signs na pinakita dun sa pelikula ay may Chinese translation or Mandarin or Cantonese translation. I'm not really a language expert, so I beg your pardon on that. So yeah, this is not the first time na pinakita yung concept or yung possibility of Philippines being invaded by China. Kung mapapanood yung Westworld, there's this one scene na yung isang Pinoy doon speaks Chinese. So that gives me a scary vibe more than the horror element, I think. But most importantly, what are these creatures? I mean, are they maligno? Are they malevolent spirits? Or are they someone or something from the greater beyond? So I think the explanation that was given to me, and this is my personal opinion, these are aliens, extraterrestrial life forms, who are intelligent enough to abduct people for God for whatever reason. So I think there's a political allegory in the aliens about invasion, about someone or something na nag invade sa private space mo, sa space ng bansa mo. I think this is one of the political allegories na gustong ilagay ng director sa pelikulang to. Or, on a psychoanalysis perspective, you can also say that aliens are personal demons and also punishment for the characters. It was implied that Yasmin Curtis Smith's character had died, so she was shown in the first scene she had as well, na dun siya sa apartment ng tatay niya and she was crying. And Anthony Falcon's character was also punished by these beings for being too much of a peeping Tom. There's this one scene wherein he is looking in a cab and someone had an accident, and it was later revealed na siya pala yung nasa cab and siya yung na-aksidente because he was attacked by these creatures. So it's like
Yasmin and also Falcon's character is in a sort of a limbo or cycle of hell that they will experience for eternity. And this cycle of hell can also be applied to Tonichi or Dino Pastrano's character. So he was also attacked by these beings, and one of the beings said to him that this will be your blackout or ito yung blackout mo. So if you look at that way, you can tell that blackout is someone's personal hell wherein you will face the darkest moment of your lives forever. Para siyang Jacob's Ladder and that sword. Also one of my favorite film. And Liza De Castro's character was shown in a bathroom and there's a hole in it and there's a girl on the hole. So it was implied in the film that this might be the former victim of alien creatures. On a psychoanalytic perspective, though, what I can say is that perhaps this is Liza De Castro herself seeing her future, a reflection that she can have if she will not stop using drugs and destroying her body. I've been on the internet for quite some time now for me to learn that if you find a hole in the bathroom and it's dark, very sketchy shit that will happen.
Yung mga aliens dito, I think it was inspired by the design of aliens in Under Your Skin, starring Scarlett Johansson. I think most of the scenes and also most of the concept of the film in a story basis medyo familiar siya sa akin because there's this one YouTube channel by Chris Straub. So Chris Straub is an animator who also had animations before in Hollywood. Chris Straub made this YouTube channel called Local 58 wherein Alien had intercepted the reception of local TV channels and changed it for their own will, for their own desire. So there's element here wherein aliens are hijacking the moon and giving signals to people to commit suicide and other acts of things as well. I just said that because sa pelikulang to, may mga konsepto rin ganun na makikita mo there's concept of aliens hijacking the moon. There's this star wherein aliens are watching you and they might get you if they overall, want. I kind of like this film, but definitely I'll understand if most people did not get it. You know, the political allegory can be sometimes not really that solid in terms of the horror and whatnot. So kumbaga yung horror element niya at yung political allegories niya sometimes is not mixed enough. But in terms of being creepy, in terms of being scary, I think it has something to say in terms of that aspects. This film nga pala is available on Upstream. Upstream is this online platform for Filipino online creators, directors, and other movies and stuff. This film is cost 200 pesos. I mean, if you have money, then why not give it a try, diba? Supportan natin yung local cinema. Not just the directors, but yung mga tao na nasa likod nito. So this has been my review about the film. If you have thoughts and also opinions about it, if napanood nyo na to, please comment down below at pag-usapan natin to sa channel natin. Again, maraming salamat sa panonood sa channel kong to. This is Mark, Rebyuhan ng Bayan, out. Good night. Thank you.